The 122nd Adwa victory marked with panel discussion. And from abroad, North Korea providing materials to Syria chemical weapons factories. Hello viewers, these are the headlines. I'm Addis Ababa. Now the news in detail. Ministry of Government Communication Affairs Office, Dr. Nagari Lenjo, urged youth to work hard towards eradicating poverty through benchmarking the victory of Adwa. Panel discussion held marking the 122nd anniversary of the Adwa victory. Latata Race has the detail.
The commemoration of 122nd Adwa victory was celebrated through panel discussion under the theme Adwa is the symbol of victory in unity. On the event, Minister of the Federal Government Communication Affairs Office, Dr. Nagari Lenjo, remarked that Ethiopian heroes were able to defeat well-armed Italian arms. Generation to follow the footsteps of their fathers through standing and participating in development and democratization of the country.
Standing in unity and understanding one another is very crucial so as to alleviate poverty and other problems. Victory could be gained by getting united on common issues.
Dr. Nagari underlined that the victories being gained after deep renewal by Oromia regional state leaders and the public should be expanded in other regions of the country.
The reform begun in Oromia after deep renewal has to be deep-rooted in the region. Then it should be expanded throughout the country.
Some participants of the panel discussion suggested that the Adwa victory has to be shown by participating in development of the country.
More effort should be expected from us to play our level best to build our country. For instance, by participating in the construction of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, standing together.
Scholars added that lights should exert their maximum effort to make the Oromo people economically strong and to be beneficiary. Mukhtar Haji has more.
Addis Ababa University Professor Dr. Ferdisa Jabesa said scholars are expected more to consult and transform knowledge to the public how to make unshakable economy.
Scholars are expected a lot to consult, aware of, and transform knowledge to the people on how to intensify economic development.
The business and economic intellectuals, Dr. Guta Teso and Dr. Belai File said, scholars need to underway deep economic research to show direction on how to solve economic problems.
The business and economic scholars have to take part in any economic research undertaken internationally, and they need to apply it in the context of our region. The discussion of such scholars have a great significance to solve the economic problems of our region.
It's better to show the proper directions to employees, traders, and even to farmers the way of making effective business.
The scholars called upon their fellow elites to contribute their level best to implement the government business and economic plan.
Scholars should contribute their part to the government business and economic plan through research and scientific-based ideology from around the world.
United Nations stressed the need to ensuring peace, justice, and strengthening institutions to realize sustainable development goals. The relevant discussion has been held in Finfinne City. Soricha Kabanicha presents.
Different stakeholders at United Nations has been discussing on the 16th United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, which ensuring peace, justice, and a strong institution worldwide in Finfinne City. United Nations coordinator at Ethiopia, Ahuna Ezia Kunwa Onoche, said that the 16th Development Program is the platform of the Rest 17 program.
It has arms around sustaining peace in the country, making sure that systems of governance are inclusive, that there is participation of every citizen, all the aspects that has to do with building the dignity of the individual, to be recognized first of all as a human being, to make sure that their rights, all their basic rights.
Ahuna Asia stated that peace, equality, and good governance is the base for ensuring all basic human rights.
Covers all the aspects that has to do with building the dignity of the individual, to be recognized first of all as a human being, to make sure that their rights, all their basic rights, are assured and protected, and to ensure that there is space for them to contribute to their destiny, their own destiny, and to the development of their country.
Deputy Commissioner of Ethiopia Plan Commission, Getachew Adam, on his part said that the Ethiopian government is working by connecting the new development program of United Nations with the country's new development and transformation strategy. Getachew added the discussion on the 16th goal of United Nations Development Program plays a paramount role in country's development and peace.
Goal 16 is dedicated to promotion of peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, the provision of access to justice for all, and building effective, accountable institutions at all levels. The overarching objective of the workshop is therefore to promote sensitization on SDGs 16.
The United Nations Development Program stated that the 16th goal of development program is more similar with 2063 African Development Agenda with new development goal of United Nations and the Nations Development Program of 2030.
Ministry of Agriculture and Natural Resources said it's working to increase production through controlling pests. The ministry has evaluated its work performance. Crop-eating caterpillars known as fall armyworms have damaged crops in Ethiopia in recent years. The ministry evaluated that work is done to create awareness about the worm and chemical supply as strengths. However, there is limitation on actively studying and understanding the newly observed pest types. State Ministry of Agriculture Development, Tasfaye Mangste, said the ministry is promoting new technologies among farmers and pastoralists to control pests and increase production. Some participants expressed their readiness to fight pests through raising public awareness. Oben Sabtam Samuel reported. Thank you for still being with us. Let's proceed to the news that we have got from abroad. United States media says North Korea has been sending equipment to Syria that could be used in chemical weapons manufacturing, citing findings by United Nations experts. Reported that the materials include acid-resistant tiles, valves, and pipes. The New York Times says an as yet unreleased United Nations report also says Pyongyang's missile specialists have been seen at Syrian weapon-making facilities. The allegations come after new reports of being used by Syrian forces, which the government denies. Second daily pause in fighting in the eastern Ghouta region outside Damascus is due to begin to allow in relief aid. Aid was unable to enter the rebel-held region on Tuesday. The first of the 5-hour pauses in fighting after clash continued. Activists blamed government air and artillery strikes, while Russia said rebels had shelled a humanitarian corridor meant to let civilians leave. Al Jazeera reported. That brings us to the end of our edition. Thank you for watching and have a nice time with the OB and the Voice of the People's remaining programs.